Harp. All left-handed hitters. The bunt by Fukudome, and it's a good one. Goes 5-3 on the sacrifice. And Don Wakamatsu is out. And he's going to make a change. He's going to bring in a right-hander, trying to figure out who that righty is. Lexus pursuing perfection, call to the pen. It is Sean White. We'll be back.
Fast in all its forms. The IS line at your Lexus dealer. Lease the 2010 IS 250 all-wheel drive for $369 a month for 36 months with $32.95 due at signing.
Line change.
Harris congratulates the Chicago Blackhawks, 2010 Stanley Cup champions.
Try this.
Harris congratulates the Chicago Blackhawks, Stanley Cup champions.
Well, Bob, you mentioned it earlier. A few more options bullpen-wise at this juncture of the game for Don Wakamatsu. Quite honestly, I just wanted to use the word juncture. So he matches up here. Sean White against Brian Terrio.
Yeah, for Sean White, he hasn't pitched in 10 days. You see his numbers not very pretty so far this season for the Mariners right-hander.
Go-ahead run at second is Soriano. And it appears as though Bob Howry will get the bottom of the 13th no matter what. John Grabo just pitched 2 scoreless innings. Cornermen in. Back up the middle, and Terrio takes the pitch high. Ball 1. This is the first time either team has gone beyond 12 innings this season. White was not going to throw, and then he saw, well, he's still off the bag, so I will. White born in Pullman, Washington. 8th round pick of the Atlanta Braves out of the University of Washington, so he's a local guy. Teams with long flights back to the Midwest after this game. The Mariners will fly to Milwaukee. The Cubs back home to Chicago, as technically their road trip will continue on the south side. 3 balls, no strikes.
Checking the arms across the outfield for the Mariners. Haven't seen a lot of Michael Saunders in left field. He's very fast. He charges the ball hard, but we know Gutierrez in center and Ichiro in right. Both have cannons for a throwing arm and both very accurate.
Ball 4 to bring up Bird.
Marlon Byrd filling the role of designated hitter today. He's yet to get a hit. He's due. 0 for 4. He did walk in the 11th inning leading off, but was eliminated on a double play ball off the bat of Tyler Colvin.
Yeah, I would say it's a bit ironic because for the most part he has been the Cubs designated hitter. Here's the pitch by White. Inside corner. Too low. Mariners have had many more chances. Cubs keep getting base runners here in extras, but all via the walk. They've taken 4 of them since the 10th. 1 and 2. They've been held to just 5 hits on the afternoon. Base hit right field. Soriano the third, rounding the bag. Ichiro's throw to the plate, not in time. Marlon Byrd with a go-ahead RBI single to make it 3-2. The first hit in extras for the Cubs gives them the lead.
Came off of a breaking ball. White threw it out there on the outside corner. Nice piece of opposite field hitting by Marlon Byrd. Finds that hole on the right side. Ichiro had a little trouble there. Had to find the grip on the baseball. Pulled his throw into foul territory, giving Soriano enough of a path to score.
Wide of third, foul. So Marlon Byrd making it 3-2. And the much maligned John Graybo has a chance for the win. And Bob Howry will have a save chance. At least that's the case at the moment with a 1-run lead. I'm sure the Cubs would gladly take some insurance. The 1-1 to Lee, swing and a miss, 1-2. This was the count on which Byrd singled into right to score Soriano. To Jack Wilson. They get 1 and 2. What a double play turn by Wilson and Figgins, but the Cubs get the lead. Their third of the day. It's 3-2 to the bottom of the 13th.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
5 feet from the hole, right here.
Hey, big fella, want a cold one?
Yeah, that's it. Come on, you can do it.
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
That's why Southwest Airlines has 13 daily nonstop flights from Chicago Midway to the Boston area. Now bags fly free 13 times a day. Grab your bag, it's on.
Ven, papi. Desátame de una vez. ¿Dónde has estado? Te he estado esperando por más de una hora. Al menos me hubieras llamado.
Jimmy
Los
Jones.
niños se están comportando como monios. Estoy enloqueciendo.
Ayúdame, por favor.
¿Cómo quieres que
¡Pronto!
solo? ¡Jimmy Jones!
Jimmy John's, America's favorite sandwich delivery guys.
So the DH now becomes a center fielder as Bird replaces Colvin, who replaces Nady, and Giovanni Soto will catch Bob Howery.
Cubs definitely want to end this ball game right here. By inserting the DH into the ball game, the pitcher now has to hit for himself, and I believe it's the 9 spot in the order for Bob Howery right now. Soto, I assume, is going into Nady's spot. Yeah, it really becomes convoluted now if this game goes past this inning, and Lou will be forced to really maneuver around with that pitcher spot in the lineup. He obviously has Carlos Zambrano available to use as a hitter off the bench if necessary. Jeff Baker still available to play. Just ended here.
I think they announced the pitcher spot is where Nady was.
Okay, so then Soto's in the 9 spot.
Josh Wilson leading off. And finally, we are ready to resume. Ball 1. Now they've corrected it. Pitcher spot will be 9th, which makes a lot more sense.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the way it was with Howery hitting in Nady's spot, he would be due up 2nd if we go past this inning. And obviously, at this point, Lou would like to extend Bob Howery if necessary. We just ended here.
That's a strike to make it 1-2 on Josh Wilson. Howery looking for his first save since he was a Cub the first time around on April 13th of 2008 at Philadelphia. That was a 6-5 win in 10. Kerry Wood got the save, or the win. Howery got the save, and the game started by Jason Marquis. Fukudome, the diving grab for the out.
Nice play by Kosuke, coming straight in on a line drive, hit right at him, looking up into the sun, never takes his eyes off that sinking liner. Big first out.
2 diving catches. Nady in the 12th and Fukudome here in the 13th. Alfonso struck out to end the big-time threat in the 10th with the bases loaded against Carlos Marmol. This is his second AB. Bounce to third. Mike Fontenot plays the big hop. 2 gone. Jack Wilson tied the game in the 7th with the RBI double. Fastball strike. Pitchers of record: Graybo for the Cubs, Olson for the Mariners. Base hit. We keep the Mariners alive. Now lefty Michael Saunders coming up. Tom Gorzolani appears to be ready, and I think Lou's going to go with him. He will. So he's going to ask Gorzolani to get the save. The Lexus pursuing perfection call to the pen. Tom Gorzolani called on to get his first career save when we come back.
Make a statement without leaving a mark. The new fingerprint-resistant Fusion X2 finish. An intuitive blend of style and substance. Just what you'd expect from the laptop expert. Visit laptops.toshiba.com.
Introducing Suzuki's free gas for summer event. Suzuki's are built for fun, and they get great gas mileage. So how can Suzuki fuel your fun even more? We can give you free gas for the whole summer. Right now, buy any Suzuki, including the amazing all-new Kizashi Sports Sedan. And Suzuki will give you free gas all summer long. For the free gas for summer event, visit your local Suzuki dealer today. Now get 0% financing on all new Suzuki models. Hurry in.
Day one storm, and it was beautiful. So look, see the sights that you like.
AT&T covers 97% of all Americans. This summer, get the exclusive Samsung Stride for just $19.99, only from AT&T.
When your laptop goes to sleep, your connected music keeps cranking. Sleep in music. Intuitive innovation built around the way you live. Just what you'd expect from the laptop expert. Visit laptops.toshiba.com.
Well, Cub fans hoping Tom Gorzolani can get that final out. Just his second career save opportunity. And he'll face Michael Saunders with 2 down, a runner at first in the bottom of the 13th, with the Cubs leading 3-2. Began the year in the rotation, now in the bullpen.
It's been 6 days since Gorzolani last pitched against the Angels. A clean inning in that ball game. Just needs to get 1 out.
Saunders with a career night last night. Bases loaded walk, a double, a homer, career high 4 RBIs. Quiet today. 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts. Wilson, the tying run, he's at first. And Gorzolani checking on his former Pirate teammate, who is 0 for 1 in stolen base chances, and remember, he had a hamstring injury. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch inside. 2-0. Ichiro's on deck.
It's leaving right there.
Well, you would not only bring Ichiro to the plate, but he would bat with a man in scoring position if Gorzolani walks Saunders. Good cut, 3-2.
.92-mile-an-hour fastball from Gorzolani, belled high inside part of the plate. Good swing by Saunders, but fouled it straight back.
Wilson takes off, 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Cubs win. Tom Gorzolani will keep that baseball, his first career save. They drop 2 of 3, but they take the finale in 13 innings in a 4-hour-plus game. And our GMC player of the game, Marlon Byrd, had 1 hit in 13 innings, but it was a game-winning RBI.
It came at exactly the right time on a nasty breaking ball in the outside corner. Just shot it through into right field. Soriano able to come around and score easily. Big knock for Marlon Byrd.
4 hours, 2 minutes, and bring on the White Sox.
Well, let's get home first and then bring on the White Sox. Long flight back to Chicago. I'm sure the players are anxious to get home and sleep in their own bed and then get after the White Sox.
Well, that's going to do it for our game coverage. Special thanks to our entire crew led by our producer Mark Brady, our director Bob Albrecht, our associate producer Tamara Anderson. The final in 13 innings, the Cubs 3, the Mariners 2. We're right back at you tomorrow, 1 o'clock for Trib Live. Bob and I take over at 3. The Cubs and the White Sox in the BP Crosstown Classic. In-game scoring provided by ScorePad. And now for Bob and our entire crew, this is Len Casper. Stay tuned. Sylvania Postgame Live is next.
Gail Fisher back in our downtown Chicago studios. We're moments away from Cubs Postgame Live. Todd Hollinsworth joins me to break down all the action from the series finale in Seattle. Plus, we'll get you set for the Cubs and Sox on the south side. It's Cubs Postgame Live after this quick timeout.
Introducing Suzuki's free gas for summer event. Suzuki's are built for fun, and they get great gas mileage. So how can Suzuki fuel your fun even more? We can give you free gas for the whole summer. Right now, buy any Suzuki, including the amazing all-new Kizashi Sports Sedan. And Suzuki will give you free gas all summer long. For the free gas for summer event, visit your local Suzuki dealer today. Now get 0% financing on all new Suzuki models. Hurry in.
Plan your next corporate or social function in one of Wrigley Field's private party accommodations. Wrigley Field offers a variety of private catered opportunities to host and impress your group. The Mezzanine Suites presented by Nuveen Investments has 4 convenient rental plans to fit all budgets and needs. For larger parties of 75 to 100, the Bud Light Batter's Eye, located in center field, provides a unique view of the game. All private party accommodations provide generous food and beverage packages, as well as VIP parking. Call 773-404-CUBS or visit Cubs.com.
Battling the elements for over 130 years, our wood stains can handle just about anything. Cabot, our performance is legendary.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Visit southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. Menards. At Menards, you'll find big lumber yards, big selection, and big savings. Chevy. Midas. For brakes, oil changes, and tires. Trust the Midas touch. And by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today to take advantage of great summer savings. This is Sylvania Cubs postgame live.
Wilson takes off, 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Cubs win.
Tom Gorzelani strikes out the final batter as the Cubs get the win in Seattle. 3-2 is your final in the series finale, thus avoiding the sweep. Hello and welcome to Sylvania Cubs postgame live. Gail Fisher and Todd Hollinsworth here with you. And finally, the Cubs get a victory against the Mariners. This one going the distance, 13 innings it took. But Todd, finally the Cubs get on the board. It all started with a pinch hit walk from Alfonso Soriano.
Well, you get a couple guys on and you get a big base hit by Marlon Byrd. Great piece of hitting. If you watch how that at bat broke down by Marlon, you know, we're going to come up and see in a second. Here are the walks, but as we get to Marlon's at bat, you're going to watch him fall behind on fastballs and shorten up his swing. He's going to get a slider. He's going to take it the other way. Cubs, all of you need to watch it. This is just a fantastic piece of hitting by Marlon Byrd coming up in this situation right there. Why? Because that's where his thoughts were. We talked about this a little bit in the pregame, having an idea. You can absolutely tell that Marlon made an adjustment. He was a little bit closer to the plate. He was under control. This is a pitch he hasn't seen, but he puts the ball in play. That was not a home run swing. You heard Len and Bob talking about that ninth inning with Carlos Marmol when the Mariners had the bases loaded and there were two guys from the bottom of the lineup that were swinging for the fences. That is ultimately why they weren't able to get that run. Marlon Byrd gets the big hit. Cubs get the big win. They come home happy.
All right, so they will come home with a win under their belt, have some momentum heading into that White Sox series. We have to take a quick timeout. When we come back, though, we'll take a look at who's hot and who's not around the majors and our Philco call of the day. As we head to break, though, here's our poll question. Do you think Ichiro is a lock for Cooperstown? Log on to our website, click on the Cubs page, and give us your vote. We'll have the results later on Sylvania Cubs Postgame Live.
Comcast gives you access to over 2,000 choices and the best HD picture quality in Chicago. Plus, get 10,000 on-demand titles to pick and play whenever you're ready. Call 1-888-4BEST-TV.
The Chevy Malibu was designed to catch the eye. But great design is also what you don't see, like dependability, the 100,000-mile 5-year powertrain warranty, and being named a Consumer's Digest Best Buy 2 years running. It's it's easy to see why over 1,000 people a day are switching to Chevy.
Now, qualified lessees get a 39-month low-mileage lease on this Malibu LS for around $199 a month. Call for details.
There's nothing like seeing Chicago baseball in stunning high definition. And there's nothing like watching the biggest new DVD releases on breathtaking Blu-ray. Bring home the best in home entertainment with the Sylvania HD LCD flat screen and the outstanding Sylvania Blu-ray disc player. Available today at Sears.
Ever wonder if a picture could feel more like the real thing? We did. This changes the game. The Samsung 3D LED TV. Live sports in cutting-edge clarity. Colors as intense as the game itself. And 3D that brings it all home. That's the wonder of Samsung.
Get award-winning sports coverage and analysis from Rick Morrissey and Rick Tellender all season long, only in the Chicago Sun-Times, Chicago's original fan.
Tomorrow and Sunday.
Enjoy 18 holes of scenic, challenging golf at Palmer Hills in Bettendorf. We offer beautiful scenic views for golfers of all levels, with plenty of hazards for even the most experienced players. Professional instruction is also available. Sink your teeth into a burger or a handmade pizza at Palmer Grill after the game or anytime. And check out the golf shop at Palmer Hills for the finest selection in apparel and equipment for you or your favorite golfer. Palmer Hills in Bettendorf. It's a great golf course and much more.
Fox News Weekends is where it's at. Breaking news, non-stop coverage, expert analysis.
We start with a Fox News alert for you.
Major financial reform.
Troubling new figures.
This was the big one.
The news doesn't stop on the weekend, and neither do we. The number one place to turn is the number one name in news. It's time to find out why.
Brought to you locally by Consumer Credit of the Quad Cities, helping you take control of your debt.
Well, summer's here, so come on, let's go.
Summer's the time to save on a new Chevrolet at your select Chevy dealers. Hit the road in a top safety pick, the all-new 8-passenger Chevy Traverse. Now get $2,000 cash back or 0% financing. Save up to $4,000 or get 0% financing on new Impalas. Plus, you get the best coverage in America. Over 1,000 people a day switch to Chevrolet. See why at Erickson, Green, Cunis, McElhenney, Mills, Peel, Schottenkirk, or Yim Chevrolet.
Marlon Byrd with a go-ahead RBI single to make it 3-2.
The Cubs struggle to score with runners in scoring position, but Marlon Byrd coming through there for the game winner. This couldn't be possible, though, Todd, without Ted Lilly pitching a solid game. He and Felix Hernandez in a pitching duel.
Squaring off, throwing strikes. Both of these guys being very, very aggressive around the strike zone. As you can see, one walk between the two of them, a bunch of strikeouts, 14 punch-outs. How about the Cubs bullpen today? 7 innings. They give up the 1 run early. 8 punch-outs. Solid job by those guys. Another 1-run ball game for these Cubs and these Cubs fans. So we are exhausted. We are tired. 13 innings, but they get the win. It was well worth the wait. They come home. They get ready for Crosstown, feeling good about themselves.
Yes, they might be a little weary from traveling from Seattle, but the win should help rejuvenate them for tomorrow at U.S. Cellular Field. We'll talk about the pitching matchup in Game 1 against the Sox when we come back on Sylvania Cubs Postgame Live.
This program on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Suzuki and the amazing new Kizashi Sports Sedan.
Introducing Suzuki's free gas for summer event. Suzukis are built for fun, and they get great gas mileage. So how can Suzuki fuel your fun even more? We can give you free gas for the whole summer. Right now, buy any Suzuki, including the amazing all-new Kizashi Sports Sedan. And Suzuki will give you free gas all summer long. For the free gas for summer event, visit your local Suzuki dealer today. Now get 0% financing on all new Suzuki models. Hurry in.
Thinking about your Florida beach vacation and about what's happening in the Gulf? Well, Florida has 825 miles of beaches, 221 of them here in Northwest Florida. So there's plenty of places in Florida to enjoy crystal clear waters and a great beach vacation. Go to Florida Live and visit Florida.com for real-time information. Swim the springs, paddle the rivers, hike the forests, drive the scenic byway, celebrate the seafood, enjoy our many wonders. Visit Wakulla.
At Quicken Loans, we're obsessed with finding a better way for you to get a home loan.
Right now, we've got great offers like this.
The rate on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is near 4.99%. APR 5.187%. By calling Quicken Loans today and refinancing at these low rates, you may be able to keep more money in your pocket each month. Don't miss what could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to refinance with Quicken Loans.
And that's why I love
being a home loan expert.
1980, he built a wall with Pink Floyd. 1990, he tore it down in Berlin. Now, 2010, he returns with his masterpiece of rock theater, Roger Waters' The Wall. Due to overwhelming demand, a fourth show added, Friday, September 24th at United Center. Tickets on sale Monday morning at 10 at LiveNation.com, Ticketmaster.com, Ticketmaster outlets, or by phone. Roger Waters, The Wall.
Welcome back to the show. Here are the results of our poll question of the day. Do you think Ichiro is a lock for Cooperstown? And the majority of you say yes, of course. 78% of you, Todd. Even Lennon Bob said during the broadcast that, of course, he is.
I don't know how people wouldn't throw 100% out there. This guy has been as consistent as anybody over the last decade. He has played through the home run era. He's played through the performance-enhancing drugs era, my era, the one that I played through. This guy has showed up and played every day. Complete player, great arm, runs the base as well. Absolutely any and everything that you want at the top of your lineup. And I think anybody in all of baseball would be glad to have him. I know the Seattle Mariners are glad that he is there. He is by far, in my opinion, a first ballot Hall of Famer.
All right. Well, we do have a new feature that we could not get to in the pregame show, but we want to bring it up now in postgame. It's This Day in CSN Analyst History. And 5 years ago today, it was a big day at the plate for the man next to me, Todd Hollandsworth. The Cubs certainly can use something like this now, Holly. 5 years ago against the White Sox on the south side. Wow, a bomb against Freddie Garcia.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't teach anybody at home to do that. That's when Freddie was throwing about 95, 96. And if I remember correctly, I was feeling pretty good in batting practice. Freddie went on and had a really, really good day that day. I think the final score might have been about 10 or 9-1, something like that. It wasn't a good day for the Cubs, but there was a long ball. Sometimes you get lucky when you swing at the ones at your head.
Yeah, you were 1 for 3 that day. You had a sporting a little longer due back then.
Yeah, that was part. Yeah, that was part of the act. I'll put it to you that way. The new gig, you gotta clean up a little bit, right?
All right, so the Cubs need a bat like that heading into this series against the White Sox at U.S. Cellular Field. The Sox took round 1 of the Crosstown Cup back at Wrigley. Let's check out the pitching matchup for tomorrow's game. It is Carlos Zambrano against Jake Peavy. This should be another good one because both of these guys had great outings their last time out. Z, we think, is back to form, and Peavy was lights out.
Well, I think by definition, both are coming off their best starts of the year, and you're coming into this, two teams colliding, kind of going in opposite directions. Yes, both teams are coming off wins. The Cubs have not been playing very well, though, collectively over this last period of time. I think what we're going to talk about tomorrow and what you hear us talking about all weekend long is this White Sox team playing some really good baseball. They find themselves 2 games over 500 right now. Where have the Cubs gone? They're 8 games under. So when these two teams collided the first time, I think they were both right around 5 or 6 games. And so these two teams moving in opposite direction. But I know Carlos is real happy with his outing. He had tremendous movement against the Angels. He got run support. It was honestly the best Cubs win in about 2 weeks. And you hope to see more of the same. So I know when they get home, they're going to try and get a good night's rest. Those guys are going to get out there tomorrow and get right after it again. The White Sox, they're well rested, though. I know they played a little bit earlier today. So it is going to be a fun series, but it's all going to start on the bump. Again, both rotations have been throwing strikes, have been getting guys out. It's really going to come down to the Cubs offense responding because the White Sox they've woken up a little bit.
Well, it will be Z in game 1, Carlos Silva in game 2 for the Cubs, and then Ryan Dempster rounding it out on Sunday for the series finale. Now, I know you're using a little bit of a reverse psychology, saying everything's going the Sox way, things aren't going the Cubs way, which means the Cubs are going to come in and win a couple of ball games.
Well, this is the great game of baseball. So much of it doesn't make sense. If you watch a 162-game season, I don't care who your favorite team is, you'll see a lot of things that really don't make sense a lot, like, you know, why didn't Alfonso Soriano start today? You know, he's the only guy, it seemed like, in Seattle. He was 5 for 8 coming into the series, and you think, well, maybe he should have been in the lineup today because he's the only guy swinging a bat, but he's not. Comes into the ball game later, gets a big walk, ultimately scores the winning run, but it was in the 13th inning. Things don't always make that much sense. So this is all the reasons. I listed about 5 reasons in my mind of why the White Sox should absolutely handle the Cubs, and that's exactly why they're not going to. The Cubs have not been playing good baseball. They've been throwing the ball around the infield a little bit too much lately, and they seem a bit down. I mean, I think their energy level has been down. The White Sox are playing great. Everything's been going well, and those are all the reasons why I'm picking the Cubs to take 2 out of 3.
All right, we will have extended coverage as the game starts at 3. We'll have an hour-long pregame show. Todd will be out there. Our White Sox colleagues will also be out there, so we'll see you for that. For Todd Hollingsworth, I'm Gail Fisher. Thanks for watching, everyone. The Cubs get the win in Seattle 3-2. Luke Stuckmeyer is up next with Sports Night, so stay with us.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented to you in high definition by Sylvania HD LCD TVs and Blu-ray disc players. You must see baseball in stunning high definition.
There's nothing like seeing Chicago baseball in stunning high definition. And there's nothing like watching the biggest new DVD releases on breathtaking Blu-ray. Bring home the best in home entertainment with the Sylvania HD LCD flat screen and the outstanding Sylvania Blu-ray disc player. Available today at Sears.
You know Mazda 6's residual value beats Camry and Altima?
Cool. What's with the flag? You'll see.
And it has more interior room. Beats them on horsepower, too.
Now I get it.
The fun-injected, fuel-efficient Mazda 6. Claim yours. Right now, move into a Mazda 6 with 0% APR financing for 60 months plus $500 APR cash. Zoom Zoom. Today, tomorrow, forever.
Welcome to Giordano's famous stuffed pizza. It's not just pizza. It's much more. Spaghetti, lasagna, chicken parmesan, fettuccine alfredo, Italian beef, antipasto salad, appetizers, desserts, and so much more. Let Giordano's cater your office, your special occasion with great care and fresh ingredients.
Hey, Cub fans, how would you like to hit the links with us?
It's a great day. You just landed your dream job. So you decide to celebrate with friends. I only had a few drinks, you tell yourself as you get behind the wheel. But you forgot the cops are out day and night, writing safety belt citations and arresting impaired drivers. Remember, years of hard work can be wiped away with one bad decision. Think first. You drink and drive, you lose. This message brought to you by the Illinois Department of Transportation, Division of Traffic Safety.
2010 FIFA World Cup Soccer. South Africa is coming to Davenport June 11th through July 11th. See all 64 games on a cinema-sized projection screen at the River's Edge, formerly known as the Quad City Sports Center. Call the River's Edge for game times. Exhibition soccer matches will also be played on the new indoor turf arena. There's free admission to all games, so bring your noisemakers and flags to cheer on your favorite World Cup team.
Hi, I'm Derek Lee of the Chicago Cubs, and you're watching Comcast Sports Net.
Eight's been great, but number 9 wouldn't come so easily.
We combine a lot of good things, you know what I mean? Good pitching, pretty good defense.
The Cubs are hoping to go sweepless in Seattle.
Called strike 3.
Is Captain Kirk on his way out? It's time for the NBA draft, and the Bulls are already wheeling and dealing. And speaking of trades, the Blackhawks make their second in 2 days. It's worth the wait. Sports Night, right now.
This is GMC Sports Night, live from the Comcast Sportsnet studios in downtown Chicago.
And welcome to GMC Sports Night. The Blackhawks dealing again. The Bulls might be too before the draft tonight, but we start with matinee baseball for both the Cubs and the White Sox. Ozzy's guys going for 9 straight wins. Sox looking for the sweep today. At home, Gavin Floyd giving up just 2 earned runs in 16 innings of work over the last 2 outings. Doesn't have a win to show for it. No score in the 4th. Floyd is cruising in this game. Rookie sensation Jason Hayward looking at strike 3. Then Chipper Jones and Chipper King grab some bench. Brian McCann, well, he's going to wave at that one. Floyd strikes out the side, retiring 14 straight Braves at one point. Home half of the 4th. Sox have the bags packed. A.J. Przinsky goes down looking. Doesn't like the call at all. Derek Lowe gets out of the inning by getting Andrew Jones to fly out to left. Nice catch, but the Sox miss an opportunity. Sox with another chance in the 6th. Runners at the corners this time. Przinsky up again. This time, AJ grounds into the double play. And, yeah, inning over, and he's still not happy. Floyd strong into the 7th, having surrendered just 2 singles. Fans Eric Hinsky to get out of the inning. 9 strikeouts, just 1 walk in 7 innings. Still scoreless in the 8th inning. 2 outs, and that is until Paulie Walnuts ends the deadlock. Konerko with a long shot to left, a man aboard. His 18th of the season, and the Sox have a 2-0 lead. Bobby Jenks comes in to close it out. Chipper Jones at the plate. And a little grounder to Viciedo at 3rd. That's going to end it. Sox win 2-0. The winning streak at 9 in a row. They complete their 3rd straight sweep.
Well, no, amazing. I think we play as a team. We play very well. I mean, we combine a lot of good things. I mean, good pitching, we pretty good defense, clutch hitting. That's earned to win the ball game.
Twins and Brewers pick this one up top of the 3rd. And a runner on. Ricky Weeks takes Nick Blackburn deep to left, and that is out for a 2-run homer. Milwaukee, his 12th, makes it 2-0 Brew Crew. Later in the 3rd, Prince Fielder. Blast the opposite field and left center. That's a 2-run homer. Bernie's going to hit the slide, and it's his 14th of the season. That's all Yovani Gallardo would need in this one. Facing Michael Kadire to finish off the complete game. Brewers win, helping the White Sox 5-0. It was just 15 days ago. Sox fans were giving up on this team. June 9th, the Twins had a 9.5-game lead in the Central, but thanks to this 9-game winning streak for the Sox, Minnesota's recent struggles, the White Sox are now just 2.5 games out of first place. Well, the Cubs have been as cold as the White Sox are hot. Coming into today's finale against the Mariners, the Northsiders had scored 1 run or less in 3 of their last 4 games. Lose guys trying to avoid being swept in Seattle. Cubs starter Ted Lilly trying to rebound from a poor outing against the Angels. Bottom of the 4th, man on first. Lilly much better this time. Starts his delivery, though, comes off the rubber, and that's a balk. Sean Figgins is going to second. And the very next batter is Mike Sweeney. And he makes Lilly pay. Liner to left for a double. That's going to score Figgins easily, and that tied the game up at 1 apiece. In the 7th, man on second. Chad Tracy at the plate, base it up the middle. Xavier Nady's going to try to score, and he does. Cubs with the 2-1 lead. This was far from over. Bottom half, Andrew Kashner against Jack Wilson. Man on second. That's deep to left. Over Nady's head, ground rule double, and we're tied at 2. Bottom of the 9th. Top of the 9th. 1 on for Mike Fontenot. Grounds back to Hernandez, and he gets it. We go to extras. Bottom of the 10th. 2 on for Carlos Marmol. Mariners going for the double steal. Figgins safe. Lou's not happy. He's fired up. Seattle fans remember that. Comes out to let Mike Riley know about it. Take another look. Lou might have had a point. Ems load him up, but Marmol strikes him out to get out of the inning. Bottom of the 12th. Jose Lopez to left, and Xavier Nady, the diving catch. Cubs defense shining in the 12th, and the offense finally in the 13th.
Base hit right field. Soriano the third, rounding the bag. Ichiro's throw to the plate, not in time.
Marlon Byrd comes through in the clutch with the RBI single. Cubs win 3-2 in 13 innings. They avoid the 3-game sweep in Seattle. Now, round 2 of the BP Crosstown Cup. That starts tomorrow. We'll have a special Chicago Tribune Live from U.S. Cellular Field at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, followed by Crosstown Pregame Live featuring Todd Hollandsworth, Bill Melton, Frank Thomas. Then Len and Bob have the call at 3. Stick around after the game for Postgame Live. Well, the Blackhawks certainly aren't just sitting around after winning the Stanley Cup. They still have more space to clear for the cap. Today, they made their second trade in 2 days. Colin Frazier, the 4th member of the championship team, on his way out of town. The Hawks trade Frazier to the Edmonton Oilers for a 6th-round draft pick. Frazier is a restricted free agent who made $700,000 last year. The Hawks have now cleared roughly $6 million in cap space. Frazier, well, this deal comes on the heels of yesterday's blockbuster trade that sent Dustin Byfuglien, Ben Eager, and Brent Sopel to the Thrashers. Our Sarah Kustok talked to both Byfuglien and Eager, who were out of town and unavailable for on-camera interviews, but both said they're going to miss the city of Chicago, the fans, and playing for the Blackhawks. Then we caught up with Sopel, who's disappointed his run in Chicago is over.
I'm sad. You know, I love Chicago. I love the city, the fans. You know, especially when it's Stanley Cup, you don't want to break it up. But it is a business, and I've been part of trades before, and that's the way it works. You know, we have to look forward, take all our, all our energy, all the positive atmosphere that we had here in Chicago into Atlanta, and try and do the same thing there. I love the city. I do a lot of charity work, but at the end of the day, I'm not leaving. My wife and kids are going to be here. I'm going to come back. I'm hoping one day I can be a Blackhawk again. I love the city. I'm going to retire here, so I'm just going to make a pit stop in Atlanta and do what I do in Atlanta, and I'll definitely be back.
Speaking of cap room, Captain Kirk could be going to Washington. The Bulls trying to clear salary cap space. We'll go live to the Berto Center for the NBA draft. And the match that just would not end finally did. We take a hop across the pond for the finish of the longest tennis match in history.
A 315 horsepower, 5.3-liter V8. 21 highway NPG. 20-inch wheels. And a heart of chrome. GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR for 72 months on Sierra half tons. Rated a Consumer's Digest Best Buy. Or choose $5,000 cash back on most Sierras.
Celebrate Empire's 50th anniversary with our gift to you. Free installation on quality name brand carpet. Shop at home and enjoy the wide selection, great prices, and next day installation Empire is famous for, with no interest for a year. Plus, right now, we'll install your new carpet absolutely free. It's our gift to you. But hurry, free installation won't last long. Call today.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Get 30% off new Hyundais. That's right. Grosinger Hyundai has new 2010 Sonatas for 30% off MSRP or 0% for 72 months. Why buy used when you can drive a new Hyundai Sonata with America's best powertrain warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and the confidence of Hyundai Assurance. Get to Grosinger Hyundai this week for 30% off new Hyundais or 0% for 72 months. Grosinger, the last name you need to know.
Welcome back. Out to Wimbledon, longest match in tennis history resumed third day between John Isner and Nicholas Mahut. Mahut had held serve 64 straight times to keep the match going, but on 65, there's the winner past Mahut. The fifth set took 8 hours, 11 minutes, with the entire match going 11 hours, 5 minutes, consisting of 183 games. You'll never see one like this again. 70-68, the final in the fifth set. Isner advances. NBA free agency exactly a week away, but it's still probably going to be the main focus of the Bulls tonight at the NBA draft. Are the Bulls ready to Make more room and make more money available? Sounds like that might be the case. For the very latest, we go up to the Berto Center in Deerfield. Our post-game live duo, Mark Schanowski and Kendall Gill, standing by. Guys?
Luke, thank you very much. The Bulls are poised to make the 17th pick in round 1 of the NBA draft, but they're going to make it for somebody else, the Washington Wizards. Numerous reports indicate the Bulls will trade their co-captain Kirk Hinrich to Washington, along with that number 17 pick in round 1. The idea is to create more salary cap room, possibly go after 2 max free agents. Kendall, let's first of all talk about losing Kirk Hinrich. How will that affect the Bulls?
Well, I think it'll affect them big time because Kirk has probably been the heart and soul of this basketball team for the past 6 or 7 years. He's given so much to the organization, and it's always tough when you have to let one of your true veterans go, a guy that's come here and given so much to the organization. But this is a business. The team is trying to get better, and we know what they're trying to do with that salary cap space.
Kind of puzzling, though, that Washington would be interested in Kirk Hinrich, considering they just took John Wall with the first pick in the draft. They have Gilbert Arenas, who they might look to move. They also have Randy Foye and Nick Young. Kind of a puzzling fit, Kirk Hinrich with the Wizards.
Yeah, I think that Gilbert Arenas will be moved. With the trouble that he got in last season, the Wizards want to start off fresh. Just drafted John Wall, an electrifying rookie coming in the first pick. And I think that they need Kirk Hinrich's veteran leadership to come in and tutor John Wall, so to speak, because Gilbert Arenas will not be there.
Of course, we won't know until July 1st exactly what the salary cap is going to be for the upcoming season. Speculation has it around $56 million. If you do the math, taking Kirk Hinrich's salary off the Bulls roster, they should have right around $29 or $30 million to spend on free agents. Doesn't quite get them to 2 max contracts, but of course, the number 1 target is LeBron James. And if they can sell LeBron on the possibility of bring your buddy with you, we'll make room for him, that's got to be attractive to LeBron.
I think it's very attractive. I think that the Bulls are doing an excellent job. When the salary cap stipulation comes into effect July 8th, I think that they're putting themselves in perfect position to sign 2 guys. I know that there's not quite 2 max deals on the table right now, but I think that they'll make another move in order perhaps to sign a LeBron James and keep your fingers crossed, maybe a Chris Bosh as well.
Well, Kendall, you played 1 year in Miami. I know you loved it down there.
I did.
You loved everything about it. He has a chance possibly to go down there and play with Dwayne Wade and another max free agent, but you don't think that he's going to be that interested because the rivalry a little bit with him and Dwayne Wade?
Yeah, any team that LeBron James goes to, he is going to become the instant man. Well, Dwayne Wade has been the man in Miami for the past 6 or 7 years. Both of these guys need the basketball in order to dominate. That's why I don't think that they'll make a good combination. I think that LeBron James comes here to Chicago, has a great, who I think will be the number 1 point guard in the league in the next year or two to go in tandem with. This is the right place for him to be, not in Miami.
Well, we're speculating the Bulls may have $12, $13 million to go after another free agent, maybe as much as 14. Chris Bosh isn't going to take $1 less than the max, is he?
Well, who knows? He may take it in pursuit of a championship and in order to play with a LeBron James, a Derrick Rose. If those 2 guys end up here in Chicago, we're talking dynasty for the next 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 years, Mark.
Well, we don't know if LeBron's coming. We don't know if Chris Bosh is coming, but we do know there will be 1 new player on the Bulls for next season. Right. We got our first look at him yesterday working out at the Berto Center. It is the 7'1" center from Turkey, Omer Asic. He was doing some drills with Randy Brown yesterday, working on his low post moves. He looks like a fluid athlete. As we mentioned, he's about 7'1". He looks like he's got a nice move to the basket. He's had some injury problems, knee injuries a couple of years ago. He had a collarbone injury last season, but in talking to Gar Forman, he says that they do expect Asic to be with them this year, and they like the skill set he brings to the pros. Here's Gar.
He's 7'1", 265. That's a good start. But at that size, he can move. He can run and he can move, and he's got a motor. And those are such assets when you have a big guy. He's got a developing offensive game, but I would say his game's more rebounding and defending now, scores around the basket, and is still really young in his development, but we project him to be a very, very good NBA player down the line.
We will look forward to seeing how Omer Asic develops here in Chicago. I guess that kind of closes the book on Brad Miller. We loved his old man game, but it might be moving on this season.
Might be moving on and bringing the young guys in. Has a little bit of talent, needs a little bit of work, but this is one thing that the Bulls need. Low post scoring, he might be the guy to do it.
Let's recap the early picks in the draft. John Wall, as expected, goes number 1. Then it was Ohio State's Evan Turner going to Philadelphia. Derek Favors goes to New Jersey at number 3. Wesley Johnson goes to the Minnesota Timberwolves. DeMarcus Cousins of Kentucky goes to Sacramento. Ekpe Udoh to Golden State, and Greg Monroe to Detroit. So we'll be on hand to see if there are any other surprises the Bulls might pull off. We don't know exactly what they can say about this trade. It can't become official until July 8th, but hopefully Gar Forman will at least acknowledge the talks have been made, and this will be something that will happen in the future. Be interesting to see who the Bulls select for Washington at number 17. That's going to wrap it up from the Berto Center. Let's send it back to Luke in the studio.
Thank you, guys. After another break, we'll have more from the South Side. Gavin Floyd leading the White Sox to their 9th straight win.
Welcome to Giordano's famous stuffed pizza. It's not just pizza, it's much more. Spaghetti, lasagna, chicken parmesan, fettuccine alfredo, Italian beef, antipasto salad, appetizers, desserts, and so much more. Let Giordano's cater your office, your special occasion with great care and fresh ingredients.
Share the drama. Share the excitement. Share the joy. The PGA Tour playoffs for the FedEx Cup return to Cog Hill for the BMW Championship September 6th through the 12th. Who will you share history with?
There are only 30 of them in all of baseball. Each and every one is the same size, same weight, and the same distance from home plate. But no matter which city you're in, one thing is clear. You either sprint to first or jog back to the bus. White Sox hustle. It's black and white.
Looking for ways to save money on your home energy bills? Call Ecotech at 877-780-FOAM and reduce your energy costs up to 50% and save even more when you receive up to a $1,500 federal tax credit and a $750 cash rebate from your gas company. Even further improve your home's energy efficiency. Insulate with Ecotech today and you'll receive a free energy audit from Priority Energy. Call Ecotech at 877-780-FOAM. See the foam grow and save a ton of dough.
So the Sox get the sweep. Now they head out on that 9-game road trip, and hey, I'm doing the show.
Talk to anchors anytime via Twitter or blog. Catch us on Sports Night and CSNChicago.com. Comcast Sportsnet fans' best friend.
And check in on the White Sox top prospects. That's coming up on Sports Night.
This program on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Suzuki and the amazing new Kizashi Sports Sedan.
Welcome back. Our GMC professional grade player is Gavin Floyd today. Floyd, 7 shutout innings, just 2 hits, striking out 9 against the Braves. Sox beat Atlanta 2-0 for their 9th straight win. And with more on Floyd and the White Sox, Sarah Kustok has your press pass from U.S. Cellular Field.
In the past 2 weeks, there has hardly been a team better than the White Sox, or a starter more dominant than Gavin Floyd, throwing a 2-hit shutout in Thursday's pitching duel, unable to earn the win, but continuing to help his team finish with the W.
You know, just trying to go out each game, focus on each pitch, and really try to, you know, not try to alter too many things, just try to keep it going, try to be consistent, and just thankful that, you know, things have been going on the right path.
I wish we could score early and Gavin get the win. You know, Gavin last 3 outings, it'd be outstanding, and pitched very well for us, get this team a very good opportunity to win.
You know, you tip your cap to our starters. They're throwing the ball great. They're keeping us in ball games and giving us a chance to score just enough to win.
And finishing off the Braves in a 3rd straight series sweep makes 9 wins in a row for the White Sox, who close out the day just 2.5 games out of first in the division. A long way from where they were only a short time ago.
You look at it, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago or 10 back or something like that, you know, but we're in a good position. You know, we're back on our feet now. We're going and hopefully continue it against Cubs.
Coincidentally, the White Sox have lost just 1 game since the Blackhawks hoisted Lord